Welcome to the Lost Bob podcast. I'm Ash, and with me is the wonderful Natalia.
Hey everyone. So glad to be here, Ash. We've got a really juicy topic today that's just been, swirling around the NBA world.
Oh, absolutely. It's the talk of the town, isn't it? We are diving deep into the massive question, is this LeBron James's final NBA season? And if so, where does he, land?
Right? Because, the rumors are just intense, and the implications for the league are huge. We're going to break down all the angles, all the possibilities for the King.
Yeah, we're going to set the stage for, a really interesting discussion about his future, so stick around.
Okay, so let's just jump right into it. The first big piece of the puzzle here, and honestly, it's a shocker, is the whole Lakers situation. Mark Walters, he just bought the Lakers.
Yeah, $10 billion, right? And it's not just a sale, it's a pivot, isn't it? Because all signs, all the chatter points to Luka Dončić becoming the new focal point of that team.
Exactly. It's wild. It's like, okay, so LeBron James, this legendary figure, he's just suddenly not the guy anymore. And it really makes you wonder about his contract, doesn't it? He's got that $52 million player option, but there's no word on anything beyond that.
Yeah, it's almost like the writing's on the wall, if you really think about it. I mean, they're not even offering him a contract past that player option. It's just crickets. And then you hear these rumors that he was totally blindsided by the sale and even last season's trade of Anthony Davis to Dallas.
Oh, I remember that. That was a huge shocker, too. It's like you're the face of the franchise and you don't even know your star teammate is getting traded. That's not a good look. It definitely suggests that the Lakers are, moving in a different direction.
Yeah, it almost feels like they're trying to gently, or maybe not so gently, ease him out. Like, hey, thanks for everything, but we're going a different way now. It's just a strange way for things to play out for someone of his stature, you know?
It really is. For a player who's been so integral to that franchise's recent history, to be kept in the dark about such major moves, it's just bizarre. It's almost like they're forcing his hand, giving him every reason to look elsewhere.
And it really sets the stage for what we're going to talk about next, which is, okay, if LA isn't the spot, then what are his options? Because Klutch Sports, I hear, is already exploring everything. It's pretty fascinating, don't you think, Natalia?
Oh, for sure. And the rumor mill is it's churning. 4 teams have apparently expressed interest, Ash. We're talking Dallas, Golden State, the Clippers, and of course, Cleveland. So let's break these down, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. So first up, Dallas. The idea here, obviously, is reuniting with Anthony Davis and maybe mentoring the new rookie Cooper Flag. Remember that whole trade last season? Now AD and LeBron could be on the same team again. What do you think about that as a landing spot?
On paper, it sounds interesting, right? He's got that familiarity with AD. They won a championship together. But then you think about it, is Dallas really a championship contender even with LeBron? LeBron doesn't have time to wait for Cooper Flag to develop. I don't know if that's the kind of last dance he's looking for. It feels like a lateral move, maybe.
Yeah, I kind of feel that. It's okay, you get to play with a buddy, but is it setting him up for the perfect swan song? Probably not. It doesn't quite have that pizzazz. But then Golden State, oh man, Natalia, the idea of LeBron James and Steph Curry on the same team, that's a super team for sure, but...
Right? My brain just explodes thinking about the offensive firepower there. Curry, LeBron, it's just wow. But then I have to pull back and think, what's the actual state of the Warriors? They've had their own injury woes. Some of their key players aren't getting any younger either. Steph Curry's 37 years old. Is it truly a super team in practice or just a super hyped pairing? And would that really be his team or Steph's?
That's a great point. It feels like it could be a bit of a jumble sometimes, like too many cooks or just not the right timing perhaps. And then there's the Clippers. That's an interesting one because he wouldn't even have to move from LA, which I'm sure is a huge plus for him and his family.
Yeah, exactly. He stays in the same city, which is convenient, obviously. But the Clippers have their own history of, being the Clippers. And they're not exactly known for their deep playoff runs. They've had injury issues with their stars, too. it's still LA, but it's not the same kind of legacy play, is it? It's like you're still in LA, but you're not the Laker king.
It almost feels like a compromise, doesn't it? Like, I want to stay in LA, but I can't stay with the Lakers. So the Clippers are the next best thing for location, maybe, but not necessarily for like his overall career narrative. But then Cleveland. And this is where it gets really, really interesting for me, Natalia. The idea of him going back home.
Oh, Ash, it's the most poetic option by far. It screams storybook ending. A farewell tour in his hometown, surrounded by a strong, playoff-ready roster. And the Eastern Conference right now, it's wide open.
It really is. I mean, when you look at the other teams like Boston with Tatum injured, Porzingis and Drew Holiday traded, Bucks, Lillard injured, Giannis trade rumors, Pacers with Halliburton's injury, it's a completely different landscape over there, and the Cavs have a real shot.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. Cleveland has a strong playoff-ready roster. They've built something really solid there. It's not like he'd be going back to a team that needs him to carry the entire weight on his shoulders again. He'd be, a key piece, but surrounded by talent.
Yeah, it's not like the first time he went there and it was like, okay, LeBron, go win us a championship by yourself. This is a different Cleveland team, a mature team. They've got pieces, and he could really just slot in, elevate them, and they could actually make a serious run. And with the East being so open, as you said.
Right? It's like the stars are aligning, truly. Imagine him getting a deep postseason run, maybe even making it to the finals or winning another championship with the Cavaliers. That would just be, talk about a mic drop for the end of a career.
It would be like the perfect bookend, wouldn't it? Ending his career where it all began in front of his hometown fans on his own terms. It's very similar, to Kobe's farewell tour, where he just had that whole season. It was a celebration. LeBron could control that narrative too.
Absolutely. He gets to orchestrate his own final act. And it's not just about nostalgia, it's about genuine competitiveness. The Cavs have the roster, the East is weakened. He could actually, make a serious impact without having to carry an entire franchise on his back again. It just feels right.
Yeah, it feels like the ultimate full circle moment. All the drama, all the moving around, and then just to come back to Cleveland, close out his career, potentially with another deep playoff run. I can't imagine a more fitting end for arguably the greatest player ever. It's just so poetic.
It really is. And I think that's why this narrative has gained so much traction. It's not just, oh, it's cute he goes home. It's actually a strategically sound move for him competitively, and it just seals his legacy in such a profound way.
Yeah, and Klutch Sports, I'm sure they're looking at that too. They're not just thinking about the money, but about the story, right? The narrative. And Cleveland it writes itself. It's a perfect ending. So, let's just quickly recap the facts here, because everything we've talked about really does sort of point to one direction, right?
It really does. It's like you connect the dots and it's a very clear picture. So first off, the Lakers' ownership sale. We've got Mark Walters buying a majority stake for $10 billion. Jeannie Buss is staying on temporarily, but the big thing here is that LeBron was reportedly not informed. He was blindsided.
Yeah, he was completely blindsided by that and by the AD trade too. So it really does signal a shift away from him. You're not telling your star player about, the sale of the team. That's not a good look.
Exactly. And then you look at the trade interest in LeBron. We know there are 4 teams rumored: Dallas, Golden State, the Clippers, and Cleveland. And Rich Paul, his agent, has admitted there have been exploratory talks, but nothing serious yet. So the options are there, but Cleveland...
But Cleveland is the one that really, it just fits the narrative so perfectly. And then when you look at the Eastern Conference outlook, like we just talked about, it's just so weakened. You've got multiple injuries and roster changes. Boston, Jason Tatum's injured, Porzingis, Drew Holiday traded, the Bucks, Lillard's injured, Giannis trade rumors, Halliburton's hurt in Indiana.
Yeah, and Cleveland, meanwhile, has this strong playoff-ready roster. They're healthy, they're hungry, they're built for a deep run. So it's not just about the sentimentality, it's about the competitive landscape too.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it? You have the new ownership in LA that's clearly moving on from him, or at least it appears to be. He wasn't informed. You have these other teams interested, but Cleveland offers the perfect storybook ending. And then you have the competitive landscape of the East being so open, for lack of a better word, that Cleveland actually has a real shot.
Yeah, it's not just a feel-good story, it's a smart basketball decision. All these pieces, from the front office movements to the league's competitive balance, they really support the idea of LeBron going back to Cleveland for that final glorious run. It just makes so much sense, Ash.
It really does. I mean, it's like the universe is just conspiring to send LeBron back to Cleveland to end his career. It's all there. Let's just hope Klutch Sports can make it happen.